I'm your publicity officer. I'm here to help guide you through your apology tour.
Okay, wait. Now I'm really lost. What the hell is that?
You don't know what an apology tour is? John, they happen every day.
The president began what I've called an apology tour of going to various nations in the Middle East and criticizing America.
The American Apology Tour is over.
And I think he will now, I hope, go on an apology tour, apologizing to Senator McCain, apologizing to Senator Cruz.
We've seen the apology tours before. You have refused to acknowledge even an ethical obligation.
Kevin Johnson launched an apology tour today, posting this video on social media.
I want to begin by offering a personal apology.
He's apologized publicly several times, and now these closed-door sessions, it seems that apology tour is going to have to continue.
Well, at least for a while.
As your final act, go on that apology world tour.
You don't know what an apology tour is? John, they happen every day. How can you not be aware?
Let's say I'm not aware, okay? Let's say, right, I'm the dumbest son of a bitch you've ever met. Now, with that in mind, why don't you explain my situation to me?
Okay. You performed a disrespectful act. It was caught on video and uploaded to the master feed. You received over 1 million downvotes from the public, which makes what you did a crime against the state. You will now begin an apology tour, during which the people will vote on whether or not they believe your sincerity. If your downvotes remain under 10 million, you'll be free to go.
Wait. All that crap you just said, that's real? You gotta be kidding me.
That's how the justice system works.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm Megyn Kelly, and I want to begin with 2 words. I'm sorry.
For all that I have done, I am so sorry.
And I genuinely am deeply sorry to anyone who's ever been affected by that term in their life.
I want to begin by offering a personal apology.
Okay, wait, so what happens if they don't believe me?
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Let me tell you something. You don't have to say anything. You know why? Because you pick up all your stuff because you're motherfucking fired.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
See if you can read this. You're fired. And in case your ears are fucked, get the fuck out!
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Or you're fired!
You were this close to losing your teeth.
All that crap, that's real? You gotta be kidding me.
That's how the justice system works.
This clip was taken from Season 1, Episode 7 from the Fox show The Orville, mixed with a few clips from today. This episode shows us how a world of trial by social media would be a disaster for our society. But sadly for public figures, this is already the case. With the idea of due process meaning very little, and the concept of innocent until proven guilty being almost forgotten, I fear the numbers of false accusations will only increase in the future. This is only due to the growing social currency gained from claiming victim status. I'll go into more detail with this with another video. With that being said, I hope you can put your trust in the law because it's the best we've got right now. And I leave you with a rant with the paternally angry Ben Shapiro.
And when folks say things like, believe all women, I have a question, why? Really, why? Because I am inclined to believe stories of sexual abuse, I really am. I came out against President Trump when he was running. I didn't vote for him. I came out against Roy Moore, and I actively told people not to vote for Roy Moore in Alabama because there was a lot of corroborating evidence and a bunch of various accounts. Okay, but when folks say believe all women, you can't believe all women any more than you can believe all men or believe any other group of people. And to suggest that women are inherently more believable than men is sexist. To say that men don't deserve the same due process as women is sexist. To suggest that Brett Kavanaugh, because he is white and privileged, does not deserve the same presumption of innocence or due process as someone else is racism and sexism. This is absurd. If I'm saying that an allegation like this ruins somebody's life, it does. Okay, Brett Kavanaugh's life, he's going to be smeared with this the rest of his life. It doesn't matter what happens here on in. He can be on the Supreme Court. That'll be better for him. He cannot be on the Supreme Court. It'll be worse. His life, he will spend the rest of his life being asked whether he tried to rape a girl when he was 17. Okay, that is what it is. But it is certainly not fair for us as a public to go along with the railroading of someone based on an allegation, again, with not a shred of corroborating evidence, nothing, and then say, well, we just have to believe the woman. And when people say that women don't lie about rape, okay, the truth is, most women, I'm sure, do not lie about rape, but some women do. And some women have bad memories, and some women misidentify. This stuff happens. Witness testimony does make mistakes. This is why we require evidence. If an allegation were sufficient to convict of a crime, we would call that mob rule. That would not be due process of law, and we would hold by it, presumably, with regard to every crime. And the fact that we are now cutting out this one provision of crime because we're in the middle of the Me Too movement, I've been advocating for a higher standard of traditional behavior on the part of men, literally my entire public career. But that doesn't mean that you get to carve out a section of crimes that don't require evidence.